Hello everybody and welcome to day 9 of our 12 days of Vlogmas. Today we're going to be writing Christmas cards. Regardless of whether or not you celebrate Christmas or any other holiday, this time of year is a time of giving. And sometimes it can be hard to figure out what it is exactly that you have to offer. So I tried to think of ways I as a writer could serve someone else or lift someone's spirits, make someone's holiday just a little bit more cheerful. And I found that a great way to do that is simply to send a card, especially to someone that you haven't seen for a long time, or an old friend, or maybe even someone that you think might be a little bit lonely. And so today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to write a Christmas card to Santa as an example of how to write a good Christmas card. So I have here my letter that I wrote to Santa. It's been a while since I've talked to the big guy. I don't think I've written a letter to Santa since I don't even know, very young. And it ended up being kind of a long letter, as it can be sometimes when you haven't seen someone in a really long time. But I want to fit this into a Christmas card. So I've got a Christmas card here, and there's only going to be so much room on the inside in which I can write. So I've got to find a way to fit this into this. I tried to enlist some help from this How to Write Anything guide. This is probably the most comprehensive writing guide I have ever found. Check out that list. And so I thought, there's gotta be a how-to in here on how to write an excellent Christmas card. There's not. So I was looking for something else that could maybe help me out in here. And then they've got holiday family newsletter. So I thought, maybe it's more like a holiday family newsletter. Here's the model outline for a great Christmas card. So we're gonna make a sandwich basically. And this sandwich is first, greetings, second, filling in on all the details of life, and then third, greetings with a close. Since this is a letter to Santa, it's a little bit different because, what do you write to Santa? You ask him for stuff. So I'm gonna ask Santa for some stuff. This is how my letter to Santa sandwich is going to go. My greetings, my filling him in on all that he's missed in the last years because I haven't been talking to him, and then I'm gonna close with asking for stuff. So without further ado, we're gonna chop this baby down and make it fit inside of this Christmas card. Let's get started. Alright, I think I've done it. I think I have compiled this long letter into something that will fit into a Christmas card and says everything that I want to say. But before I send this card to Santa, I wanted to share with you guys why exactly I'm writing a letter to Santa. And it is more than just an excuse to show you guys how to write a good Christmas card. Every year during the holiday season, the department store Macy's, which you can usually find at your local mall in the United States, puts out a red mailbox in which you can drop your letters to Santa. For every letter that is sent to Santa through the Macy's mailbox, $1 is donated from Macy's to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. For anyone who is unfamiliar with Make-A-Wish, Make-A-Wish is a nonprofit foundation that helps grant the wishes of children with terminal illnesses. And Make-A-Wish holds a very special place in my heart because my little sister had a terminal illness. And through Make-A-Wish, she was able to have one of her wishes granted before she passed away. So this is something that I usually keep by my desk to remember this time. This was my little sister, Risa, and she was diagnosed when she was 17 years old with CUP cancer, which is cancer of unknown primary. Basically that means they don't know where the cancer came from, and until you know the source of the cancer or what kind of cancer it is, you cannot treat it. Having a terminal illness or living with someone with a terminal illness is very, very difficult, especially around the holiday seasons. And so my heart goes out to all of the families out there who are going through hard times. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. Whether it's due to a terminal illness or a mental illness or poverty, or the recent death of a loved one. There are so many people who are having a hard time, and any way that we can reach out and lift them and help them to see the good in life and to enjoy themselves, I feel like that is the best gift that we can give this holiday season. And so I love that Macy's does this, that every year they donate money for every Christmas card sent to Santa. They donate $1 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, making it possible to grant children's wishes. And you can go on the Macy's website, I will link it below, their Christmas cards to Santa, and you can see the stories of children who have benefited from these donations. And of course, $1, what's $1? It's nothing. But writing one card is nothing too. And if you have small children who like to write letters to Santa, I'd highly recommend that you drop those off in the box at Macy's just to help contribute to this Make-A-Wish Foundation. It's a great way to help out if you have no money to give, if you're in a tight spot financially. We as writers, we can always write. This is what we do. So that's what I'm going to be doing with my card. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I encourage you to find ways that you can give with your writing. Whether that's someone you know who is lonely at this time of year and could use a card, or find volunteer opportunities where they need writers for any kind of organization. Writers are always needed. And to be able to provide your gift as a service to someone else, I feel like is just the best thing that you could do at this time of year. And so that being said, I am going to finish this Christmas card that I've written to Santa and drop it off in the Macy's mailbox.
Dear Santa, I hope that everything is going well for you and Mrs. Claus in the North Pole. It's been a while since my last letter, and I'm sorry for that. The last time I wrote to you, I was a little girl, determined to prove to all my naysaying friends that you were real. I knew I'd heard you on the roof that one time. And I almost saw you with my own eyes the year I heard you putting out presents just outside my bedroom door. Only, in the dark I mistook the outline of my doll's plastic high chair for a mean old elf you'd left to guard the door. And then there was the year you left a half-eaten candy cane in the bathroom, and my sisters and I giggled in wonder that you had used our toilet while we slept. Back then, Christmas was all about the presents and the traditions. Now, things are different. Gone are the Christmas Eve slumber parties with my sisters, and taking turns to see the tree at 4 a.m. on Christmas morning while retrieving our stockings. For a time, after all my other siblings were starting families and traditions of their own, Christmas felt like a lonely time. I longed for all that once was. Now as an adult, Christmas is about people. I spent 2 Christmases thousands of miles from home, where strangers became friends and friends became family. They shared their homes and unfamiliar traditions with me. I've spent Christmas Day in airports, on ferries and trains, where those who had opted to work the holiday became my family. Some years, Christmas is a quiet day at home, just me, Patrick, and Simon. Other years, it's at my mother-in-law's apartment on the West Coast, or my sister-in-law's house on the East Coast. I hope next year I can bring Patrick to enjoy Christmas in the home of my childhood, where I spent so many Christmas Eves waiting for you, Santa. I may not be a little girl anymore, but I'm still a girl who believes. I believe in goodness, despite the bad in the world. I believe in light when things look dark. I believe that charity and love abound and that different can be good. So this year, all I want is to bring a smile to the faces of people around me. I want to share with those who have little, to comfort the lonely, and to make the season bright for those who are going through dark times. Thank you for all the memories that have brought a smile to my face, Santa. Merry Christmas. All my love, Rayleigh Bradshaw.
And